Okay, and then I'm going to open up the whiteboard. So, as I've said, this is going to be revision for some people. But last week, so very quick revision from last week's session. We talked about designing the ideal core golfer. And all the students had the chance to design the ideal core golfer. And then I built on their presentation and talked about the fundamental building block to being great. And what I want you to do now, we're just going to take the first 2 minutes. There's 9 building blocks, psychological characteristics for developing excellence. That's the posh name for these building blocks. So there we go. There's the 9 building blocks that really are at the foundation of the house that you are trying to build, both as a golfer and as a person. So in the chat, fire away. Chat's looking a little dry right now. So there was one. Okay, or very good. Hazel and Lana, very good. They would be the overarching titles. So if you can break them down smaller, so we can see Tiger's written reflection. What kind of reflection? Because some students reflect, but they do it in a way that's not great. So let's build on Tiger's answer. Tiger put reflection, realistic performance evaluation. So when we reflect, we don't just want a reflection, we want it to be good, and we want it to be a realistic, and we want it to be about all areas of our performance. Okay? Awesome. So let's see if there's a let's see if we can get any more before I give all the answers away. I said that every core student was pretty good at this one. Well done, Hazel. That is one. So it builds a little bit, but focus and distraction control. Well done, Eric. Coping with pressure. Good job. What does the part of the pre-shot routine? OSVEA. So we can use this as part of a golf shot. We can also use it in our own life, in our day-to-day things, with our mind. So constructive reflection would be very similar to what Tiger's put, realistic performance evaluation. I'll give you the first couple of letters. Okay, the use of imagery, and we're going to talk a little bit about this one today. Let me think of a couple more. A very important one. I'm going to give the initials. Can anyone guess it? And then this one. Well done. Goal setting. Awesome. Goal setting is a fundamental building block. This one. How well do you know yourself? How well do you engage with your own thoughts? Self-awareness. Okay. So realistic performance evaluations, focus and distraction control, imagery, self-awareness, goal setting, I forgot what this one was. CWP. Brandon, help me. Oh, coping with pressure, the one that Eric got. Okay, coping with pressure. And you know what, team? In the best interest of time, you guys can't see this, but I'm cheating now. Planning and organizational skills. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot this one. Quality practice, commitment. They're the three that we're missing. So planning and organizational skills, quality practice, and commitment would also be on that wall as part of the building blocks. So always good to do a little test. Don't worry, no one's getting graded on that. As the two coaches can't remember all 9, I don't think it would be fair to grade the parents or the students on that. So we're going to change gear a little bit, and now we're going to cover the new topic. Again, please feel free to use the chat. There's going to be a short video at the end. But this week, we talked a little bit about not the skills or the fundamental skills that you need to achieve your goals and dreams. We talked a lot more about the adversity that you're going to face. And I think with the older boys, especially, I took a very stern approach during this session. Because if you want to play college golf, you've signed up for some level of adversity. So a couple of the older boys spoke, and I asked them, what was your GPA? 4.0. What was your lowest score in a tournament? 65. Another one of the older boys, what's your GPA? 3P8, 3.8. What's your lowest score in a tournament? 64. So you would think, great, like awesome, good for them. They were saying maybe 7 to 10% of their emails got responded to. So 90% of the time, you're going to get rejected off college coaches. You're then going to get told, the ones that reply, 60 to 70%, you're going to get told, hey, I'm interested in someone else more than you, but if they don't come here, maybe I'll speak with you. Also on that journey, so we talked a little bit, you've signed up for this. If you want to play college golf, this is all part of the process. Another adversity that maybe you've signed up for, injury. Another adversity that you've signed up for, and I'd like someone to try and guess this in the chat. If we think back to the weekend, anyone who watches the golf, we saw Rory McIlroy 3-putt from 2 feet, and then he hooked it in the water off 18. What might we call that? Does anyone want to take a guess in the chat? We might call that a choke. And guess what? If Rory McIlroy is going to choke on his journey, a number of students are going to choke. It's all part of the process. All right? Something else we talked about. Lack of motivation. It's okay at times to have a lack of motivation. Me as a coach that I think is empathetic and compassionate towards what you guys are trying to achieve. If you're feeling a lack of motivation, I would like you to tell me rather than hide it from me. It's coming at some point. Distractions, relationships, friends, things like that, computer games, other sports, school grades, family, all of those things can be a distraction. You are going to get distracted on this journey. So they're just a few of the things that we talked about. Rejection, injury, choking, lack of motivation, distractions. I want you to think right now. I want you to have a think right now. I'm going to give everyone maybe like 3 minutes, 3 minutes. Can you think of any additional distractions? Sorry, any additional adversities that might come your way on this journey? And please write them in the chat. So 3 minutes thinking about additional adversities that you're going to have to face. And it's not my job. It's not your coach's job. When you face these adversities, it's not our job to feel sorry for you or to pamper you or to baby you. It's our job actually to get you prepared to deal with these adversities. And at the end of tonight's session, I'm going to give everyone one task that I believe is very powerful in preparing and helping you deal with adversity. So off you go. Yep, good. That's a good one. Very good one. Being stuck on improvement. That's a very, very good one. Good, good, Adrian. I agree with that. And in Adrian's other sports and or family, that might not be adversity. That might be something that you need to help you be a happier, more rounded human. So that could actually be a good thing if it's not a distraction. Could be a good thing that you take a break from golf, do other sports, spend time with your friends. That could be a very powerful thing. Good, yeah. Your competition, pressure, the desire to succeed, the desire for perfection. Yeah, all of those things could create frustration, anger, burnout, demotivation. Often highly motivated students are the ones that can potentially burn out the fastest. So very good. That's very good. So you guys are understanding this. So in week 1, we talked about all the skills that you need. And then I shared the scientifically proven fundamental building blocks to what we're trying to help you build at KOHR. That then is going to lead to those skills evolving. This week, we're looking at those building blocks. The very 9 building blocks that we've just identified. Not only are they going to help you build those skills, but they're going to help you deal with these inevitable adversities that are on this journey that you've signed up for. So, yes, pressure to score well. So pressure to score well leads to stress. And when you're in college, if you're playing in college, the pressure isn't just going to come from you. It's going to come from your teammates. It's going to come from your coaches. So again, I'm not going to feel sorry for you if you're feeling pressure. What I'm going to do is I want to equip you early on with the tools in your toolbox to help you deal with this. So that's great. So everyone understands this. So we've got the 9 building blocks. And instead of looking at the skills these are going to build, we're now looking at the adversities that these 9 building blocks can help you deal with. So I want everyone to write this down. I'm about to say something. I want everyone to write it down word for word. And I believe in your window, you should be able to share like an emoji thumbs up or something like that when you have finished writing these sentences. So it's 2 sentences or 2 paragraphs, short paragraphs. The first one, this is very important. If I am going to be happy and successful, the number one factor that will determine this is my ability to deal with adversity. If I am going to be happy and successful, the number one factor that will determine this is my ability to deal with adversity? Oh, what a guy Coach Brandon is. It's in the chat there for everyone to see. I'll read it. If I'm going to be happy and successful, the number one factor that will determine this is my ability to deal with adversity. Okay, Coach Brandon, are you ready? 3 adversities that I will likely face on my journey are, and then I want you to pick 3. 3 adversities that I am likely to face on my journey are, and then I want you to write 3 down that you believe are specific to yourself. I'm going to give everyone a couple of minutes for that. Now, when you've got that first sentence written, and then when you've got that, the 3 adversities that you think you're likely to face, please give me a thumbs up emoji in your window if you can. Brandon, do you know how you do that?
Sorry, what was it?
You can do like an emoji symbol in the window, right? Or you used to be able to.
Oh, I saw someone doing it. I saw Hazel's doing it. I don't know how to do it, unfortunately.
At the bottom of the screen, there's a button that said reactions. And then if you press on that, there should be like a few options, like emojis.
I'm not going to lie, I can't find it. Is that because I'm the host?
It's on the same area where it says like chat or participants.
Okay. Right now, I can't find that either. Oh, there we go. Reaction. Participant. Summary. I don't know what just happened. Okay, I'm gonna need a lesson on emoji use. Brandon, you seem to have mastered it. Okay, I'll give everyone 1 or 2 more minutes. Can you let me know? Nice work. Oh, it appears everyone can use these emojis except me, so it's a little embarrassing. Yeah, I got the toolbar up, Tucker, but I don't see it in my toolbar. Not to worry. Okay, I think everyone's pretty much done. So, quiz. One more question. One more quiz question. Which one of the 9 building blocks do you think, I think, is the best one to use to prepare yourself to deal with adversity? Anyone take a guess? This is a very tough question because a number of them can do it. What do we think? Someone take a guess in the chat or come off your mic and just shout it out. I want 3 guesses before I give you the answer.
Self-awareness.
Self-awareness is a very good answer. And what I'm going to ask you to do will lead actually to self-awareness. But it's a different building block, but that's a very good answer. Commitment, yes, Hazel, that is correct. Because with commitment, with motivation, you can push on through adversity. You're right, but I think there's one that I can give you as a task that you can do on a daily basis to prepare you for adversity. Anyone who was on the, anyone who was, so this would be part of your goal setting process. You would set it as a daily goal. Okay, are you ready? I'm going to give you the answer. There's a clue from Coach Brandon in the chat. Well done. There we go. Imagery. Imagery. So homework, optional homework. Homework from me is always optional, because if it's optional and you do it, I know that you are committed. And that's one of the building blocks as well, right? So 2 minutes a day, every day, I want you to think about these adversities that are coming your way. And I want you to visualize yourself using imagery, which can be seeing, it can be feeling, or it can be hearing. I want you to visualize yourself dealing with these adversities. My number one goal at KOHR Golf is not to have the students at a young age that shoot the best scores. My number one goal is to have the students that can deal with adversity. Because then when you're in high school and college coaches are looking at you, or when you're in college and you've got to deal with situations to make the lineup, or lo and behold, any of you try and go and play for money. I'm trying to prepare you for that moment. Okay, I'm trying to prepare you to deal with those adversities. So it's bigger than where we're at right now. So if every day you spent 2 minutes visualizing yourself, reacting positively to adversity, how are you going to talk to yourself during that time? How are you going to walk during that time? How are you going to breathe during that time? How are you going to walk? How are you going to talk? How are you going to breathe? I have no idea how someone just put an emoji. I'm dealing with adversity right now. Who did that? That's outrageous. Okay. So spend some time, 2 minutes a day. If you can't find 2 minutes a day to do this, to prepare yourself to reach your goal and dream, and prepare yourself for other areas of life, adversities coming in all aspects of your life. Visualizing how you're going to talk, how you're going to walk, how you're going to breathe. 2 minutes a day is going to help you be more happy and more successful. If you can't put Snapchat down for 2 minutes and do this, then we have a real problem about commitment and priorities, okay? So the younger you are, the easier this should be. The older you are, the harder it is to break habits and the harder it is to learn to use imagery, etc. I think the younger ones, you could use great imagination in this. Older ones, it's going to be a little bit more effortful. 2 minutes a day, visualizing how you are going to deal with those 3 adversities that you've written down. And then when they come, you will be more ready for them. Remember, all of you are going to choke at some point. All of you are going to face rejection. All of you are going to get distracted. All of you are going to face some form of lack of motivation or burnout. All of you are going to succumb to pressure or stress. A number of you are going to get injured. But it's what you signed up for. Anything worth achieving is hard. Okay? So be ready on your journey to deal with those things. What if you don't know the best way to deal with your adversity? Great question. Let's talk about it on Saturday or Sunday, or stay online when we finish and we can have a private conversation. Okay? So good question. Good question. But also, I'm not going to give you the answer. I'm going to make you think of it. All right? So I'm going to share, I'm going to stop my screen. I'm going to open one thing up. I think that this video, and some of you will have seen it, I think that this video is possibly the I think that this video is possibly the best example of dealing with adversity in sport, or one of. It's probably one of the greatest sporting moments of all time. So this is the gold standard. This is mental strength. However hard you think it is to go to the Olympics and the sacrifices you have to make, times it by 1 million. Okay? And then that's what this gentleman called Derek Redmond has done. And then I want you to think about the adversity that he's facing and how he deals with it.
A child needs these three factors to get into an Ivy League or top 25 university, and it's not.
I am down, and oh, my soul so weary. When troubles come and my heart burden me, then I am still, wait here in the silence till you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulder. Raise me up to all I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Everybody, it's Tony Robbins. How you doing out there?
Okay. So if anyone can get an emoji in Lana's window with a tear coming out, that'll be very fitting. Same for me. But in all seriousness, I think that often as coaches or parents, there you go, Jack. Good job. I think often as coaches or parents, we try and shield junior athletes from the inevitable. And I don't want to do that. I want to prepare them for the inevitable. So I think, good job, Adrian, that's more appropriate. I think that if we understand these adversities are coming and we can train our minds to be ready for those adversities, then I'm not saying everyone's going to have the mental strength of Derek Redmond, but that's the gold standard. And if we can work towards that level of mental strength as a community, as an academy, as a team, I think that's very, very, very healthy for a child's development. I will say it again, and I might say this every week. If you are a child that can shoot 67 and you have none of these building blocks in place, I am very, very concerned for your future goals and dreams. If you are a child that is currently shooting 100 and you are showing signs that you're putting all these building blocks in place, I am excited for your future. Score is a poor indicator of future performance at a young age. These building blocks are the things that need to be in place to determine or to be able to guesstimate what kind of level of success you're going to have. Because again, adversity is coming. So as a team, as a community, let's train our minds to deal with it. 2 minutes a day, visualizing yourself dealing with adversity. And then if I'm watching, or Coach Brandon's watching, or a core coach is watching, and we see you struggling on the golf course, dealing with some stress, and we say to you, hey, what would Derek Redmond do right now? That probably has the ability to change your state immediately. It'll probably change your body. It will change the way you would talk to yourself, and it would change your breathing. Okay? So that's all from me. I'm going to stop the recording and